Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your morning cup of news fueled by White Cane Coffee. Brian Hagberg with you here on your daily local. Today is Thursday, July 13th, 2023. Got myself a fresh cup of Dragon's Roast that I picked up right here in the White Cane Coffee Cafe, which is open in the plaza across from Tops, all through the downtown construction. Stop on and get yourself a fresh cup, maybe a cinnamon roll or a scone. And as the temperatures start to heat up, don't worry, they've got you covered there. Ice mocha, frozen lemonade, and more. Stop in and get a fresh cup. Say hi to the friendly folks here at White Cane Coffee. And if you don't want to deal with that construction downtown, that's no problem. White Cane is also available on DoorDash. Just place your order, have your favorites delivered right to your door. You can also order your favorite roast to brew at home online at whitecanecoffee.com. And I do want to take a second and apologize for the minor technical issues we had getting the show started on time this morning. Hopefully we've got those figured out and can get through smoothly. And now let's take a look at today's news. As the manhunt for Michael Burham continues, police announced Wednesday that they are seeking information about a drone that may have been in the vicinity of the Warren County Jail just prior to Burham's escape. Quote, during the course of this investigation, we have also learned that a drone may have been operating in the immediate area of the jail prior to the escape. Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, Deputy Commissioner of Operations for the Pennsylvania State Police, said during a media conference at the Youngsville Borough office Wednesday. We're looking for more information, and we're asking anyone who may have information about the drone operator or the nature or duration of the flight, please contact us immediately. The drone is believed to have flown in an area immediately adjacent to the jail prior to Burham's escape. Bivens said information about the drone was obtained in interviews conducted during the course of the investigation. Quote, we've interviewed a couple of people who have provided us information they heard, Bivens said. I don't know if any of them saw it. They heard the drone, and it could be that they saw it. I didn't conduct the interview myself, but it was immediately adjacent to the jail and the area right around there, whether it was the parking lot or the street, whatever, but in that general area. There aren't any cameras that picked it up. That's why we're looking for some information. As part of the ongoing investigation, interviews have been done, and that's where we learned about it, and that's why I'm asking about it now. As I understand it, it's not on any surveillance videos. Police are unable to say at this time whether the drone was used to aid Burham's escape or just happened to be in the area. Quote, we just need to know more about it, Bivens said. I'm not a big believer in coincidences. What I will tell you is that just prior to the escape, there was a drone flying in that area. Could be that there's a perfectly innocent and reasonable explanation. Could also be that it was somehow connected to his escape, and we intend to find out more about that. If there's not an innocent explanation, perhaps that assists us in finding him and also finding anyone that's providing aid. Investigators have also discovered additional information that strengthens their belief that Burham is armed. Quote, without going into a lot of detail, we have additional information that we have gleaned recently that causes me to have additional concerns that he may be armed, Bivens said. I think it's important to keep people, in the interest of transparency, as informed as possible. There may be a point where I can talk about that a little bit more, but for today, I'm going to have to stop with, we have reason to believe, based on findings and investigative leads. I would say that I have even more concern than I did a few days ago. Police do consider Burham to be armed and dangerous and cautioned against approaching Burham if he is seen. Quote, we certainly don't want people to take matters into their own hands, Bivens said. We do consider him to be a dangerous individual, and if he is, in fact, armed, that may not go well. They can certainly defend themselves, obviously, but I would not ask them to do anything to apprehend him. 3 separate agencies have offered rewards for information leading to Burham's capture, totaling $19,500. PA Crime Stoppers is offering $10,000. The U.S. Marshals are offering $7,500. And Warren County Crime Stoppers is offering $2,000. Anyone with information is asked to call 717-265-9650. Burham is considered armed and dangerous by the Pennsylvania State Police, and anyone who sees him is cautioned not to approach him, but instead to dial 911. Bivens said that as of 4 p.m. Wednesday, nearly 500 tips have been received from the public so far. The Warren County Commissioners reiterated their support for Warren County jail staff on Wednesday, and pointed to a structural weakness as the primary reason behind Michael Burham's July escape from the facility. During a media conference at the Warren County Courthouse, Commissioner Jeff Eggleston said there was a structural issue on the roof of the jail yard that allowed Burham to escape. Quote, the fundamental problem is that there was a structural weakness in the cage on the roof, Eggleston said. That's it as far as the facility goes. If that hadn't been the case, you wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be having this conversation. The jail's design lends itself to inmates being watched via video cameras as opposed to having guards among the population, and simply switching to an in-person system of monitoring inmates would require complete reconfiguration of the jail, according to Eggleston. Quote, one of the questions has always been, he's on the roof with 3 other inmates. Who was watching him, Eggleston said. Every time people go up there, they're watched through a camera remotely by somebody. The amount of time that he got out of that roof was quicker than anybody could respond to get inside the room. In order to change that, we would have to completely reconfigure the jail in order to make that happen. Our facility is a box with a whole ton of rooms in it, and they all have cameras in them. We would have to completely reconfigure the jail and triple our staff in order to do some of the stuff people had suggested as a remedy. Despite the ongoing criminal investigation into the escape, Eggleston said the commissioners are confident that the jail staff is, quote, top of the line. Quote, we want to show support for them because regardless of how the criminal investigation comes out, we feel very confident that our staff is top of the line and has been, Eggleston said. And whether it's the reviews from the state show that, our own evaluation shows that, the criminal investigation might show that there's an issue with 1 or 2 of them. We can't say that for certain, but everybody else that's involved is top of the line. Though he would not say how many guards were on duty at the time of Berman's escape, Eggleston also pointed to the internal response as a reason for the commissioner's support. Quote, the second that announcement came out that he left, everybody reported to the jail within minutes, Eggleston said. Everybody. And immediately started collaborating with the state police and everybody involved. And their response has been fantastic. Most of these people have not slept. They have tried everything they can because their number one priority is getting Michael Burham back in custody. Everybody knew immediately. I think the question of how quickly everybody responded in the facility, that'll be something that I think will be revealed more so as the investigation moves forward. But it was very quick. I can't stress enough that this person moved up through the roof very quickly, ran to the other end, got down the rope, and got out. Unless criminal charges are filed, Commissioner Ben Kafferlin said the commissioners are precluded from stating publicly what, if any, disciplinary action is taken against jail or other county staff. Quote, while transparency is, of course, our guiding principle, the law requires us to keep disciplinary actions confidential, Kafferlin said. We will follow that law, and so any disciplinary action very likely will not come before the public. When it comes to staffing, Eggleston said, quote, there was no shortage of staff. They were staffed as they should be, as far as I'm aware at this time. Yes, it has been fully staffed, Eggleston added. To clarify, there were 87 people that were in the jail as inmates the night of the escape. We now have 90, I believe, and our max is 140. There have been times previous to COVID where we are at 140 on a regular basis, and that really stretched staff pretty thin. 90 is a good number for us from my perspective. The Youngsville community is doing its part to aid law enforcement in their pursuit of the escaped fugitive. Pennsylvania State Police are using the Youngsville Fire Hall as the command center in the manhunt for Burham, and with law enforcement personnel in the hundreds from multiple agencies, Youngsville residents have been eager to assist in the form of snacks, drinks, and other items. Quote, we have such a good community, Youngsville Borough Manager Wendy Wilcox said. We put out the call, and when someone would come to the door, I was sure to tell them thank you. I love this community. The Warren County Visitors Bureau provided menus to local restaurants, while businesses like Huey's and Dairy Queen stepped up with food as well. Residents are willing and eager to help out as the search for Burham has extended into its 6th day. Wilcox noted that at this time, they're asking for all donations to be held on to as they are overwhelmed with donations, and that the borough will post updates if more items are needed. Quote, the community has come out in full force, and we are so thankful, Wilcox said. We will be back with a look at today's weather forecast after this quick word from our sponsor.
The only thing worse than being stuck at home is being stuck at home without coffee. We can't let that happen. Browse our selection and order online. From sweet to tangy, hot or iced, we have something for you. White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference. Cheers.
And welcome back to your morning cup of news fueled by White Cane Coffee. Brian Hagberg with you here on your Daily Local. And now let's take a look at today's weather forecast courtesy of the National Weather Service in State College. Today, we can expect a slight chance of showers with the possibility of thunderstorms after 9 a.m. However, the day will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 84 degrees. Winds will be coming from the west at 10 to 17 miles an hour, occasionally gusting as high as 30. The likelihood of precipitation stands at 20%. As we move into tonight, there's still a chance of showers and thunderstorms, primarily before 10 p.m. Sky will be partly cloudy, and the temperature will drop to around 60 degrees. The west wind will weaken, ranging from 5 to 8 miles an hour, and eventually becoming calm in the evening. The chance of precipitation increases slightly to 30%. We will be back with your Morning Cup of Sports right after this quick message.
Have you ever wanted to play an instrument? The Warren Music Conservatory is the area's only choice for premier music education, with the area's top music instructors giving you fun and exciting music lessons for a variety of instruments and styles. The Music Conservatory also rents and repairs instruments of all types. And don't forget to stop in and check out our student bookstore for your musical supplies like strings, sticks, picks, and more. What are you waiting for? Stop dreaming. Start doing today.
Welcome back to your Morning Cup of News. Now we'll send it over to my colleague Andy Close with your Morning Cup of Sports.
Good Thursday morning, July the 13th. It's time for your Morning Cup of Sports, fueled by White Cane Coffee. And a couple of Warren area high school golf standouts recently took part in the Pennsylvania Junior State Golf Championships at the Hershey Country Club. Braddock DeMoore with an impressive 3 rounds to finish in 3rd place out of 144 golfers. He fired an opening round 73 and also had rounds of 68 and 72 for that 3rd place finish. Recent Warren graduate Owen Blum, who will be at Penn State Barron next season on their golf team, fired an opening round 70, followed by rounds of 80 and 78 for a 43rd place finish. Congratulations to both on strong performances. That is your Morning Cup of Sports, fueled by White Cane Coffee. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
Thank you so much for that look into sports, Andy. And don't forget to head to yourdailylocal.com throughout the day for all the news you need when you need it, including live and breaking updates on the search for Michael Burrow. You can also like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search Your Daily Local on your favorite social media channel and hit that like, subscribe, or follow button. You can also subscribe to our weekly email newsletter online on yourdailylocal.com. Just click the subscribe to our newsletter button, enter your email address, and get our newsletter delivered right to your inbox. Be sure to tune in every weekday at 8:30 a.m. for your Morning Cup of News, fueled by White Cane Coffee. And every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation, where we sit down with local people throughout the community to talk about the events and happenings that are affecting the region. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Thursday. Hope everybody has a great day. And remember, if you change one life, you change the world. Cheers.
You know what would make that better? A cup of White Cane Coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White Cane Coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.